I'm happy you are here and clicked on this video. It means you would like to walk the Camino, you would like to get some information about the Camino, and I would like to give you 5 tips that will enhance the experience that you will have on your Camino. Number 1, a really basic topic, and you will read about this in all the travel tips and travel guides, the topic of shoes. I have a little bit different opinion than most of the other pilgrims that walk the Camino. I had 2 pairs of shoes that I walked with. I had 1 running shoes and hiking sandals. No hiking shoes. I met a lot of people that had the best and most expensive hiking shoes, and they were dying. They had blisters, they had also bleeding blisters. I met one person that had an infection because of her blisters and she needed to go to hospital. I don't want to make you afraid. I just want to say, take care of the shoes that you wear all the time, because it's a long way, and yeah, your feet will be happy if you choose the right shoes for you. If you get along with hiking shoes and you feel comfortable, it's totally fine. I can only tell you from my experience, running shoes were the best decision that I made regarding clothes. So I had running shoes, and if you want to be safe of the rain, I can tell you, take shoes with a Gore-Tex membrane. The Gore-Tex membrane is a material that is breathable and is water resistant. So when it was raining, my feet were dry. I had no problems with soaked shoes with water. So my first advice, running shoes, and in the best case, you will have running shoes with a Gore-Tex material. So you are safe if it is raining. Because imagine you start your walk, it is raining, and then you need to walk for 2 or 3 hours with wet feet. It is not nice, it can be dangerous, and it will take your energy. My second pair of shoes, hiking sandals. A little bit strange because I haven't really met a lot of people that were wearing sandals on the Camino, but this was one of my, how can I say? This was one of my jokers. I had normal hiking sandals from Decathlon, not really expensive one, so you don't need to spend a lot of money for that. And I had a strategy. The first 1-2 hours or 3 hours I was wearing my running shoes. So I felt my feet is more stable, I could walk faster. And then after some hours I felt, okay, now I think my feet need to rest, and I changed to the sandals. And this feeling of changing was amazing. When I changed to my sandals, so I was wearing my closed running shoes, and then I changed to open sandals. This feeling was amazing, and I promise you it will give you motivation and energy, because you feel released, you feel free. It sounds strange, but these little things gives you energy on your Camino. Just that you feel, wow, now I feel free on my feet. So yeah, this strategy of starting with the running shoes and after a time I was changing to the sandals was helping me a lot. Yeah, and this little thing to be happy just because you change your shoes and you feel that your feet are free. It sounds strange, but it will give you energy and motivation. You get a different connection to your feet. Try to have 2 different shoes. If you get along with hiking shoes, it's totally fine. I can only tell you from my experience, the combination of running shoes and sandals was for me the best. And I tell you why. Within 2 weeks and almost 300 kilometers, I had 1 little blister. And I was not used to hike. I never hiked a lot. I mean, I'm doing sport, I am running, but I was never hiking. And I was afraid that I will have problems with my feet. I was afraid of having blisters. But after 2 weeks when I arrived, I saw, wow, one blister, not really a huge pain, and yeah, I could manage this. If you had bad experiences with hiking shoes, take running shoes and take hiking sandals. The second point, don't take too much things. I know you will hear and read about this in a lot of travel guides, and I need to tell you this because I do the mistake every time when I travel. I am packing more than I need, and the Camino should show you the experience that you don't need a lot to survive. You don't need a lot to be happy. You don't need anything. You need shoes, you need some clothes, you need a place to sleep, and you feel, wow, it is enough. Of course, this should not be our standard, but you feel this is enough to have a good day, to have a maybe good life. Maybe this will be, yeah, the new standard of your life. I don't want to say, yeah, live with just 2 t-shirts, but it's amazing experience if you don't take too much. When you do the Camino in the summer, you need 2 shoes, you need 2 or 3 t-shirts, you need some underwear, maybe some good socks, but that's enough. Every day you can wash your clothes. When you come to the albergue, everyone is washing their clothes, so don't take too much because your body needs to carry every little gram that you take with. And I promise you, you will feel every gram. So don't take too much. Take functional clothes. Clothes that will dry fast. Don't take big pullovers. For example, when you do the Camino in the summer, you will have a warm experience during the Caminos. So most of the Caminos in Europe are in Spain, in France, in Portugal. So you don't need to worry that you will have snow. Advice number 3, sleep in official albergues. Before I started my Camino, I didn't know that this albergue exists because I didn't plan anything. I just knew, okay, there is a Camino, I want to go, let's go. And yeah, people told me there are official albergues. So this could be, for example, a church. This could be a monastery. And yeah, you have an amazing experience. It's a different experience to sleep in the church, in the monastery, than in a hostel. People who sleep in the albergue, they have the same mission. They don't do the Camino just because. They all have a reason for this. Some of them don't know the reason, including me. I didn't know exactly the reason why I do this, but I wanted to do it, and yeah, I got my answers. The purpose of the Camino is waking up early, preparing your day, and then you walk. You need to know one detail. Normally they open at 2 and they close at 4. So after 4, you will not get the place to stay. So you should wake up early, you should go your Camino, and in the best case at 1, 2 or 3 you arrive in the town where you want to settle. So there is no time for sleeping until 8, 9, for having long parties the night before. This is not the reason why you do the Camino. You wake up in the morning, you prepare yourself for the day, you prepare your food, and then you walk whenever you feel ready. But yeah, my third advice, sleep in the official albergues. It's a wonderful and amazing feeling because everyone was struggling. You are coming together. Sometimes you have small talks. You are washing your clothes together, and you see that everyone is tired. Everyone is suffering. There is no one who is full of energy and is not suffering. So this sharing of suffering is connecting everyone, and you really feel this. You feel connected to the other pilgrims, even if you don't talk with them, but they are going through the same things. They also have their mental struggles. They also have their their thoughts that they are all the time with. So don't think that you are the only one who is struggling on the Camino, physically and mentally. Every pilgrim has their challenges, let's call it like this. And even if you arrive in a town after 4, don't worry, there are hostels, there are guest houses, so you don't need to worry that you will sleep outside. I did it for one day, I slept on the beach. It was an amazing experience, but yeah, if I need to compare it with the experience in the Albergue, take the Albergue. Advice number 4, don't overthink and don't overplan. If you are from Germany, you will understand the problem of over-planning, because this is how we got educated. We need everything should be structured, everything should be planned, every step that you go, should be written down. No, it's not like this. When I started my Camino, like I told you in the introduction, I Googled maybe 2 hours to get an overview what it is and how does it work. But I didn't want to have a lot of information. I said I will just try. I trust myself and I trust that I can manage this. So don't overthink, don't overplan. The Camino exists for a long time, so you will never have the struggle not to find an accommodation, not to find a supermarket or a little cafe where you get something to drink, where you get a bocadillo, where you get some sandwiches, so you will survive. On the whole way, the people and the locals adapted to the pilgrims. So you will find little restaurants, you will find really wonderful local places that will help you with food, a bed, and also with advice if you have some struggles or some problems. And I promise you, you will get lost. Even if you plan a lot, you will get lost, but not for a long time. I got lost several times. Sometimes I could find my way back, and sometimes people helped me or I asked for help. This was also something that I learned, to ask for help, to get out of my comfort zone and to say, hey, I have no idea if I'm at the right place now, could you help me? And a lot of people didn't speak English, but they tried to help me, and even if they spoke Spanish or Portuguese, they could help me, because it's not about the word itself, it's about the feeling. And you feel, okay, they say go left, go right, or they say there is a corner, there is a big street and you need to turn. I don't know, but it is really nice to see that those people want to help you. And even if they don't speak your language, they are talking to you and they are trying to help you. So yeah, again, don't overthink, don't overplan, everything will work out. Yeah, there was one situation I remember. I don't know why, but I lost the way. And I was going in circles, so I saw the yellow arrow, and then I walked again, and I came again to the same place, and I felt, okay, I don't know what I did, but I was walking in a circle. And in this moment, a man came, I don't know if he saw me, and he said, hey, to the street, you need to go left. I could find my way. I could find the right way because of him, because of the help of other people. Advice number 5, and this is my biggest and most important advice to you. Use the time useful. Let me start this point with a personal story. Before I started my Camino, I traveled 2 weeks in Portugal, and 2 days before I started the Camino, I had a coffee in Lisbon. I was observing the beautiful nature, and then, I didn't observe what was happening around me, and someone stole my little backpack. I freaked out because I thought, I have a lot of things there, important things, and they were important. My headphones got stolen and my Kindle got stolen, and I wanted to listen to music during my Camino. I wanted to read maybe after arriving to the Albergue and spend the time reading. But yeah, I should not read and I should not listen to music. This was my message from whoever. But my backpack got stolen and I had no possibilities to distract myself during the Camino. Try to be by yourself. It is totally fine if you meet other pilgrims, if you have wonderful conversations, but I met a lot of pilgrims and I saw they cannot walk alone. They need someone else to walk because they are, and this is my theory, they are afraid of their own thoughts. They are afraid to be with their own thoughts for hours because most of the people don't like their thoughts. And imagine if you don't like your thoughts, but you need to be with them, you can get crazy. But accept them. Observe your thoughts, see what you are thinking, and don't take your thoughts seriously. I tell you honestly, on the Camino, I realized I have a lot of thoughts that has nothing to do with me. So I was thinking about things and then like some other instance was telling me, why are you thinking this? This has nothing to do with you. This has nothing to do with your personality. So why do you think most of the time so negatively? Yeah, and I realized this because I was walking alone most of the times. Use the time useful. Don't listen to music. Listen to the nature. Observe the way, and I promise you, it will be better than the best Hollywood movie ever. So many things are happening if you are watching and observing what is happening around you. It's little conversations between people. It's little actions between people. It's nature itself. It's animals. You will see. Yeah, you will see that life is happening out of your mobile, not inside the mobile. And it's a beautiful story to see what is happening in our real world, whatever the real world is. But to be honest, I prefer, to call the real world this one and not the world that I'm speaking to. So don't overplan, don't overthink. I promise you, it will work out. And at the end of the day, you will arrive to your target. You will arrive to Santiago de Compostela. And it's an amazing feeling because you know you did it. Without the help, you didn't walk with 10 people that took care of you. You walked the Camino because you trusted yourself and you could see that you can manage everything that you need to manage to survive. You found a place to sleep, you found food to survive, you found enough drinks to drink, you found people that were helping you. I realized I could talk about my Camino for hours. Ultimately, you should walk your Camino yourself and have your own experiences. I hope I was able to give you inspiration to follow your path. If you have any questions about the Camino, write me a comment.